All right, everyone, welcome back into another NBA DFS video. My name is Polzin with 905 Sports. Going to be breaking down this Big Ten game slate on Friday, and we have some pretty great guard plays on tonight's slate, or at least it looks like it. So just a reminder, if you guys enjoy the coverage, make sure to give a like and subscribe. Now, without further ado, let's get into the top 5 plays on tonight's slate. So core play number 5 is going to be Jordan Clarkson. Okay, Jordan Clarkson at 7.3 is going to be a great price point play, I believe. We got to make sure to get news that Mike Conley is going to be out, because that is going to help out this play. There's a chance that Mike Conley would be back, but also Colin Sexton is going to be out tonight, so it's going to help out the play anyways. Last time that Jordan Clarkson played the Minnesota Timberwolves, he went for 48 DK points, and we can see he's been on a strong, productive run for quite a while. The upside's there for him, given the price point, given the matchup. Given the fact that Sexton and Mike Conley could potentially be out, the usage is going to be there for him. With those two players off the court, his usage rate is over 21% and also averages 41 DK points per 36 with those two off the court. So he would be a very strong price point play, a play that could easily give you 40 DK points. From there, another kind of similar if-then type of play, like if Donovan Mitchell's out, which he missed Friday's shoot-around, okay? And they have the front end of a back-to-back, so I kind of expect him to sit, okay? That would mean that Darius Garland would basically just become a lock. His usage percent with Donovan Mitchell off the court is 33%, and his per 36 DK point total or fantasy point total is going to be 48. So both on FanDuel and DraftKings, you would have to be looking at Darius Garland. Just a standout play on this slate. I guess the only worry would be that in the last game against the Kings, struggled, okay? I just think that was a one-off game, you know, those happen. Had been on a good tear prior to that, so I think that's just that situation. And then we were also looking at Ja Morant. So Desmond Bane is going to be out in this game, and we saw that happen last game as well, where Ja Morant had 66 DK points. With Desmond Bane off the court, we see Ja Morant get a usage rate of 37% and average 56 fantasy points per 36 with him off the court. We just saw Ja Morant also go for 57 DK points against this Detroit team as well. So Ja Morant at 10.6 is just kind of a lock and load play as well. It should be a safe 50 DK point play with the upside to go for 60. You guys are already starting to see the issue with the slate is that we have too many good guard plays potentially. So core play number 2 for me is going to be Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards should be stepping into a really just great spot tonight going against the Utah Jazz. This is a matchup where earlier on in the season, he had 23 shot attempts against them and had 40 DK points. Now, we want that upside to be a little bit higher, but I think it will be, just given the fact that Karl-Anthony Towns is still out. With Towns off the court, we see Anthony Edwards have a really high usage rate. It's 31% with Cat off the court, and he averages 48 fantasy points per game with him off the court. Now, we need to get a little bit more of that like we had, 2 out of the last 3 games, and I think we'll get that. Okay, this is a pretty strong matchup. He should be able to take advantage of that. And I like the fact that we can play him at the guard or forward position tonight. And then the number 1 core play on tonight's slate, I think, is going to be Trae Young. I think he has the potential to be lower owned than he should be, just given the fact that the last 2 games hasn't really dominated. Okay, obviously this play is predicated on the fact that DeJounte Murray is going to be out in this game. So with DeJounte Murray out, Trae Young has a huge, insane usage rate, 44% with Murray off the court. I mean, that is crazy. And he averages 56 fantasy points per game with him off the court. So he is someone that we are certainly going to be looking at on the slate. Now, obviously, if we play these 5 core plays, we can't fit them all in there. And that's going to be the difficult part of the slate, is picking and choosing between these top plays, because they are all going to be top plays. We got to figure it out. Okay, and hopefully there is some value that kind of will direct our lineup path today. That's what I'm hoping for. I will say, just touching on some quick things as well, value price point wise, AJ Griffin should be a strong price point play. With DeJounte Murray off the court, averages 30 fantasy points per game, per 36, certainly someone you can look at. But I think Bogdanovich here might be a sneaky play. His usage rate with those guys off the court, with Murray off the court, is 32%. Now, this is a very small sample size because we've only seen him play 3 games, and I think his minutes are going to be locked at 25. But there's the potential that he could easily go in, get 30 DK points while having a solid night shooting, because he's going to have a high usage rate. That could potentially happen. Jalen Noel for the Minnesota Timberwolves, I think, is going to be a very strong price point play as well. He has a high usage rate with Cat off the court, 28%, and his per DK 36 total is going to be 38 DK points. Now, that's the question. Are those minutes are going to be there? Probably not. Maybe we can get 28 minutes out of him, and that'd still be a very strong price point play. We did see him be very productive against Utah earlier this season, just on 20 minutes. So he should be a strong play for you regardless. Then also, I do think Ben Simmons coming back should be a good price point play. Denny for the Washington Wizards, I like as well. Porzingis, if he is out, guys, if Porzingis is out for Washington, because Beal's already out, Wright's already out, Porzingis is currently questionable. Kind of think he could potentially sit, why risk it with him? Daniel Gafford would literally just be a lock and low play. He's already been getting a decent amount of minutes over the last 3 games, averaging over 20 minutes in those last 3 games, and really just been on a tear. 18, 33, and 40 DK points. Obviously, you take all of those nights, but he is someone that with Porzingis and with Beal off the court gets the second most minutes, has a usage rate of 17.2%, and his DK per 36 is 41 DK points. Now, obviously, we wouldn't expect that, but I think we would be locking in 25 DK points. So I think he's going to be a strong price point play. And he could be regardless. Kyle Kuzma also going to be a strong price point play for you on tonight's slate, probably locking in around 38 DK points. But that's all I have for you guys for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like and subscribe. That helps me be able to put out more content for you guys. Do want to apologize for you guys. I haven't put out an NBA DFS video in a while. That's on me. I've been wanting to do an NBA DFS live stream. It just hasn't been able to work out. I wanted to get it in a as professional way as possible before I put one out. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. So that should be coming maybe next week. We'll see. But for now, I'll stick to these videos. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. And as always, let's keep cashing.